Sure, this is the place where the fishermen gather, with oilskins and boots and cape and batten down. All sizes of figures with squid lines and jiggers, they congregate here on the squid jigging ground. Some are working their jiggers while others are yarning. There's some standing up and some more lying down, while all kinds of fun jokes and tricks are begun as they wait for the squid on the squid jigging ground. There's men from the harbour and men from the Tickle, in all kinds of motor boats, green, grey and brown. There's a red-headed Tory out here in a dory, running down squares on the squid jigging ground. There's men of all ages and boys in the bargain. There's old Billy Chafe and there's young Raymond Brown. Right yonder is Babby, and with him is Nabby. They're a chawing hardtack on the squid jigging ground. Now the man with the whiskers is old Jacob Steele. He's getting well up, but he's still pretty sound. While Uncle Bob Hawkins wears 3 pairs of stockings whenever he's out on the squid jigging ground. God bless me, sou'wester, there's Skipper John Chaffee. He's the best man of squid jigging, here I'll be bound. Hello, what's the row? Why, he's jigging one now, the very first squid on the squid jigging ground. Holy smoke, what the bustle, our hands are excited. It's a wonder to me that nobody is drowned. There's a bustle, confusion, a wonderful hustle. They're all jigging squid on the squid jigging ground. There's poor Uncle Billy, his whiskers are spattered with spots of the squid juice that's flying around. One poor little boy got it right in the eye, but they don't care a hang on the squid jigging ground. Says Bobby, the squid are on top of the water. I just got me jigger about 1 fathom down, when a squid in the boat squirted right down his throat, and he's swearing like mad on the squid jigging ground. Now if you ever feel inclined to go squidding, leave your white shirt and collar behind in the town. And if you get cranky without a silk hanky, you better steer clear of the squid jigging ground. Lukey's boat is painted green, ah, me boys. Lukey's boat is painted green, the prettiest little boat you've ever seen, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. Oh, Lukey's boat got a fine four-cuddy, ah, me boys. Lukey's boat got a fine four-cuddy, and every seam is cheap with putty, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. Lukey's boat got a high-stop jib, ah, me boys. Lukey's boat got a high-stop jib and a patent block to a foremast head, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. I think, said Lukey, I'll make her bigger, ah, me boys. I think, said Lukey, I'll make her bigger. I'll load her down with a one-claw jigger, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. And now, said Lukey, get aboard your grub, ah, me boys. And now, said Lukey, get aboard your grub, a 1 split pea and a 10-pound tub, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. Lukey's rolling out his grub, ah, me boys. Lukey's rolling out his grub, a barrel and a bag and a 10-pound tub, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. When Lukey came around the bill, ah, me boys. When Lukey came around the bill, he spied his true love on the hill, ah, follow me riddle-I-day. And when he was coming around the Cape, me boys, and when he was coming around the Cape, he spied old Jenny all on the flake, follow me riddle-I-day. His wife was dead and in the grave, me boys. Oh, said Lukey, I don't care, I'll have another in the spring of the year, follow me riddle-I-day. On the summer day, while the waves were ripping with a quiet and gentle breeze, a ship set sail with a cargo laden to a port beyond the seas. They were fond of farewell, there were sweet loving signals while our form was yet discerned, for they knew it not was the solemn parting of the ship that never returned. Oh, will she ever return? No, she'll never return, and her fate is still unlearned. And for years and years fond hearts have waited for the ship that never returned. Said a brave young lad to his aged mother, I must cross the deep blue sea, and perchance someday in a foreign country there'll be health and wealth for me. 'Twas a gleam of hope in the maze of danger, while her heart for her youngest yearned. Yet she sent him off with a smile and a blessing on the ship that never returned. Oh, did she ever return? No, she never returned, and her fate is still unlearned. And for years and years fond hearts have waited for the ship that never returned. Only one more trip, said a gallant captain as he kissed his weeping wife. Only one more bag of that golden treasure to last us all through life. Then we'll settle down in our cozy cottage and enjoy the rest we've earned. But alas, poor man, he sailed commander on the ship that never returned. Oh, will she ever return? No, she'll never return, and her fate is still unlearned. And for years and years fond hearts have waited for the ship that never returned. Sunday night at 12 o'clock, as I lay in me bed, I dreamt I heard the fire bells a-ringing in me head. I left from under the blankets to the window wide to gaze, and I saw the Labourers' Union Hall that night was in a blaze. There was Bride Kane, Kate Kane, Betsy Doyle and Casey Lane, Pearl White, Sue Knight and Mary Jane the Wire. Sue Wells, Jane Wells and women from the Dardanelles, as everybody scrambled for a teapot at the fire. While the fire was burning fiercely in the basement down below, the women kept their papers and the teapots in a row. For such a rush for crockery where, believe me, it is true, was never seen in Flanders or the fields of Waterloo. There was large size, small size, some with little girls and boys, some with fancy face and eyes, the ones you all require. Large bibs, small bibs, some for washing down spare ribs, some of the battle lasted bibs and the scramble at the fire. In every house in St. John Town, if you go in today, you'll find a fancy teapot in the cupboard stowed away. And it's whipping on the luxuries as sure as you were born. They'll bust themselves on tea leaves till Gabriel blows his horn. There was Bride Kane, Kate Kane, Betsy Doyle and Casey Lane, Pearl White, Sue Knight and Mary Jane the Wire. Sue Wells, Jane Wells and women from the Dardanelles, as everybody scrambled for a teapot at the fire. We were bound home in one October from the shores of Baccalieu, trying to head a strong nor'wester and snow too. But he swooped right down upon us, making day as black as night, as we hauled her from the rocks of Baccalieu. Oh, we tried to clear the island as we brought her farther south, as the wind out the nor'west stronger blew. Till our lookout soon he shouted, and there lay dead ahead, through the snow squalls loomed the cliffs of Baccalieu. And was hard down by the tiller as we struggled with the sheets, trying our best to haul them in a foot or two. Till our deck so sharply tilted that you scarce could keep your feet, as we hauled her from the rocks of Baccalieu. Oh, the combers beat her under, and I thought she'd never rise, and our main boom it was bending nigh in two. With her lee rail 3 foot under, and 2 men at the wheel, as we hauled her from the rocks of Baccalieu. Oh, to leeward was the island, and to inward was the gale, and the blinding sleet would cut you through and through. But our hearts were beating gladly, for no longer could we gaze down to leeward at the cliffs of Baccalieu. My sister Sue was always such a silly little goon. She never seemed to understand the proper way to spoon. A young man asked her recently to sit upon his knee. When she at last consented, she behaved so bashfully. Oh, she'd never been there before, she'd never be there before. She felt so shy when Mr. Brown, he started to bounce her up and down, and then it was all serene. It filled her with delight. She'd never been there before, but now she go there every night. A friend of mine whose husband is a stingy little man resolved, she said, to work upon the good old-fashioned plan. While Will was sleeping sound at night, she said she'd take a chance. Jumped out of bed and dived into the pockets of Willie's pants. Oh, she'd never been there before, she'd never be there before. Now she was awful pleased to see that Will was snoring peacefully. She just took half a buck, which filled her with delight. She'd never been there before, but now she go there every night. One night a burly policeman was standing on his beat. He happened to shine his flashlight in an alley down the street. The cook was standing in the door, she, oh dearie me, I feel so terrible lonesome, will you keep me company? Oh, he's never been there before, he'd never be there before. He found the cook a regular treat and about a lovely roast of meat. He tickled her in the ribs, which filled her with delight. He'd never been there before, but now he'll go there every night. Barnabas Harbour, lots of fish right in and round here. Boys and girls are fishing together, 45 and carabiner. Catch a hold this one, catch a hold that one. Swing around this one, swing around she. Dance around this one, dance around that one. Diddle on this one, diddle on dee. Sally goes to church every Sunday, not to sing, not for to hear, but to see the fella from Portion what was down here fishing last year. Catch a hold this one, catch a hold that one. Swing around this one, swing around she. Dance around this one, dance around that one. Diddle on this one, diddle on dee. Sally married the fella from Martin. Father said that he didn't care because he liked the father from Portugal. What was down her fishing last year? Catch a hold this one, catch a hold that one. Swing around this one, swing around she. Dance around this one, dance around that one. Diddle on this one, diddle on thee. Sing of maids of many lands and talk about their races, but I can tell you of a girl that beats them all to blazes. She is the dearest, sweetest miss, no man can long withstand her. The girl I sing to you about is a lovely Newfoundlander. She can row a boat and catch the fish and make a home and runs it. Her garden plants potatoes grow, her work she never shuns it. And then at night with great delight, if anyone will hand her a present to express his love for the lovely Newfoundlander. No mortal thing but she can do, her brain is sharp as needles, her form is perfect and her face is just the one that wheedles. She needs no lipstick, powder, paint, for such things she won't pander. I tell you it is hard to beat the lovely Newfoundlander. She knows best when to talk a lot, she knows when to keep silent. She can sing and dance and take a chance, in row she's never violent. She is not shy from her boys, she never will meander. I wonder he is mad about his lovely Newfoundlander. A great big sea hove in Long Beach, right for Laurel, taddy-diddle-dido. A great big sea hove in Long Beach, and Granny Snook, she lost her speech to her right fall-diddy-fall-dee. A great big sea hove in the harbour, right for Laurel, taddy-diddle-dido. A great big sea hove in the harbour, and all right up in Kehoe's holler to me right fall-diddy-fall-dee. Oh dear mother, I wants a sack, right for Laurel, taddy-diddle-dido. Oh dear mother, I wants a sack, the beads and buttons all down the back, to me right fall-diddy-fall-dee. Me boot is broke, me frock is tore, right for Laurel, taddy-diddle-dido. Me boot is broke, me frock is tore, but Georgie Snooks I do adore, to me right fall-diddy-fall-dee. Oh, fish is low and flour is high, right for Laurel, taddy-diddle-dido. Fish is low and flour is high, so Georgie Snooks he can't avoid, to me right fall-diddy-fall-dee. But he will have me in the fall, right for Laurel, taddy-diddle-dido. If he don't, I'll hoist me sail and say goodbye to old Cannell, to me right fall-diddy-fall-dee. There's a noble fleet of whalers a-sailing from Dundee, manned by pretty sailors to take them o'er the sea. On the Western Ocean Passage we started on the trip, and we flew along just like a song in a gallant whaling ship. For the wind was on her quarter and the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sailed the Arctic Sea can beat the Old Polina. You need not try me, sons, for we challenged all, both great and small, from Dundee to St. John's. 'Twas the second Sunday morning, just after after leaving port, we met the heavy southwest gale that washed away our boat. It washed away our quarterdeck, our stanchion just as well, and so we set the whole shebang a-floating in the gale. For the wind was on her quarter, and the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sailed the Arctic Sea can beat the Old Polina. You need not try me, sons, for we challenged all both great and small from Dundee to St. John's. Our Jackman set up canvas, fair weather got up steam, and Captain Guy, the Deering boy, came plunging through the stream. And Mullins in the Husky tried to beat the bloomin' lot, but to beat the Old Polina boys was something he could not. For the wind was on her quarter, and the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sails the Arctic Sea can beat the Old Polina. You need not try me, sons, for we challenged all, both great and small, from Dundee to St. John's. There's the noble Terranova, a model without doubt. The Arctic and Aurora, they talk so much about. The Jackman model sailboat, the terror of the sea, try to beat the Old Polina boys on a passage from Dundee. For the wind was on her quarter, and the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sails the Arctic Sea can beat the Old Polina. You need not try me, sons, for we challenged all, both great and small, from Dundee to St. John's. And now we're back in old St. John's, where rum is very cheap. We'll drink a health to Captain Guy who brought us o'er the deep. A health to all our sweethearts and to our wives so fair. Not another ship could make the trip with the Polina, I declare. For the wind was on her quarter, and the engines working free. There's not another whaler that sails the Arctic Sea can beat the Old Polina. You need not try me, sons, for we challenged all, both great and small, from Dundee to St. John's. In cotton and pollen, in frost and in snow, we're up against troubles that few people know. And it's only be patience and courage and grit, and eating plain food can we keep ourselves fit. The hard and the easy we take as it comes, and when pond three's over we shorten our runs. To hurry my Holland, the spring coming on, there lost me my mare on Tickle Cove. I knew that the ice became waker each day, but still took the risk and kept hauling away. One evening in April, bound home with full load, the mare showed some parting against the ice road. I knew more than I did as matters turned out, and lucky for me had I joined in her doubt. She turned round her head and with tears in her eyes, as if she were saying, you're risking our lives. Lay hold William Walford, lay hold William White, lay hold of the cordage and pull all your might. Lay hold of the bowline and pull all you can, and give me a lift for poor Kate on the pond. All this I ignored with a whip handle blow, from Anlis to stupid dumb creatures to know. The very next minute the pond gave a sigh, and down to our necks went poor Katie and I. For if I had taken wise Katie's advice, I never would take the shortcut on the ice. Poor creature, she's dead, and poor creature, she's gone. I'll ne'er get me wood off the Tickle Cove pond. I raised an alarm you could hear for a mile, and neighbours turned up in a very short while. You can always depend on the Olfers and Whites to render assistance in all your bad flights. To help a poor creature is part of their lives. I might say for their children and wives. When the bowline was fastened around the mere breast, when the White for a shanty song made a request, lay hold William Walford, lay hold William White, lay hold of the hawser and pull all your might. Lay lay hold of the bowline and pull all you can. And with that we back it out of Tickle Cove pond. As I leaned o'er the rail of the Eagle, the letter I brought unto me, a little gilt-edged invitation, saying the girls want you over to tea. Sure I knew the old hooligan sent it, and I went just for old friendship's sake. And the first thing they gave me to tackle was a slice of the Trinity Cake. There were bird calls, flute and mouth organs, with handles of double-edged files, covers of clergymen's forgers, and pieces of broken bass viols, blue lights and petticoat jumpers that would build up a fine stomach ache. Sure to kill a man twice after eating a slice of this wonderful Trinity Cake. Mrs. Hooligan, proud as a peacock, kept smiling and blinking away, while her daughter Johanna, a spinster, was helping the boys to the tea. There was everything there on the table that a man or a woman could take, but me eyes nearly bust from their sockets for a taste of the Trinity Cake. Helen Reardon wanted to taste it, and she struggled near ready to bust. Two sailors attacked it with handspikes to try and remove the top crust. Then McCarthy went out for a hatchet, and Flanagan grabbed an saw. The cake was enough be the powers to paralyze any man's jaw. McCarthy complained of his stomach, and Morgan felt bad in the head, and Hogan crawled under the melodeon and fervently wished he was dead. And Flanagan grabbed the accordion, and there he did wriggle and shake, and all of them swore they were poisoned or more from eating this wonderful cake. There was glass, eyes, bullseyes, fresh butter, lamp wicks and liniment too, pastry as hard as a shutter that a billy goat's jaw couldn't chew, tobacco and whiskers of crackies that will give you the fever and ache. You could go from the knees if you happen to sneeze at eating this Trinity Cake. One night feeling gay, sure I went to a play, fell in love with a girl in the pit. I thought her so nice that I made her me choice, and with her sure I made a big hit. So in a mad dash I spent all of me cash, and I brought her safe home to her door. Says she in a rage, look young man, I'm engaged, why didn't you say so before? Why didn't you say so, why didn't you say so, why didn't you say so before? Says he, don't you see the blame don't play with me, why didn't you say so before? So wifey one day she was squealing away just because her firstborn was a boy. She was squalling and bawling the whole blessed day instead of dressing her joy. Say she, dearest Joe, I don't like boys, you know, I would rather have girls be the score. Well, says he, don't you see the blame don't play with me, why didn't you say so before? Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say so before? Says he, don't you see the blame don't lay with me? Why didn't you say so before? One night nearly mad with the toothache I had, sure to down to the doctor I dropped. With the thongs be his side, sure the pliers he plied, and he hauled me 4 times round his shop. Now says I, when you're done, you have pulled the wrong one, as I in great agony did roar. Says he, don't you see the blame don't play with me? Why didn't you say so before? Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say so before? Says he, don't you see the blame don't play with me? Why didn't you say so before?